Okay, I don't know how much of this actual decluttering up in our attic that I will film, but I thought I would at least start with somewhat of a before. I just sold one thing on Marketplace, and then we took a few things to the dump already. So I'm going to give you a little tour of our attic and maybe explain some things, what I'm doing with some things, and what my plans are. So this is our finished attic. You'll see Warren down there at the bottom. This is like in our hallway. So as you come up, there's kind of two sections. Here is like our camping stuff, so sleeping bags, and that sort of thing. Here we have like backpacking gear. I have stuff I'm selling on Marketplace, breastfeeding stuff, pillows, old motorcycle helmet. I have a bunch of clothes. Most of it is baby clothes or toddler clothes, kid clothes, going from Parker to Warren when he grows into it. Again, more like stuff to sell on Marketplace over there. I think we have these, what are they called? Ski shoes. We bought them, we used them a few times. I think I'm ready to sell mine. Maybe Joe will be ready to sell his, and we can sell them as a pair, because we have snowshoes that you can see down there, that we enjoy more. Yeah, there's like fishing poles up here, all kinds of hobby things needs to be gone through. On this side was more decor stuff. So this is Christmas decor. I would love to go through and minimize that. And then this is like other seasonal decor. Some of it is my classroom decor. This I am selling on Marketplace right now. This is like a bin of technology and fly fishing stuff. Parker's original big boy bed. Now he has a full-size bed, but this will go, oh, and that's a bed frame to the full-size bed. This will be Warren's when he grows out of his crib. Like we have our heaters up here. We have upholstery cleaners, luggage, a bunch of decor that I really want to go through, because I'm realizing with 2 kids, you don't put out decor. And so why do I have it? So yeah, we'll see how this all goes. Hopefully we can get this minimized and organized and less craziness. So that's where we're starting. Okay, so this little chair is on Marketplace now, getting that out of the way. Then trying to get into other boxes to start organizing. That pink bag is a coat that I had in my car in case of emergencies, but I always have a coat on if it's going to be cold, and I have a blanket as well in there. Office stuff. Then in here is just kind of random decor stuff. A lot of it I haven't used at this house, or I've realized doesn't make sense to have with kids. So we're just kind of going through all of that. I have like what are those, oil diffusers? I got them when it was a huge thing. Don't use it anymore, especially because it's just extra cords with water and oil. The last thing I want around kids. So I'm getting rid of that. But then some of the stuff I am keeping, like those black candlesticks there. So I'm deciding to use that tote as I get rid of bin. So we're moving that out of the way. And this next tote has like next to nothing in it. Those antlers I would love to get rid of, but when I went to ask Joe, it was an obvious yes, we are keeping them. This basket, I had the hardest time deciding if I wanted to keep it or not, so I did end up keeping it. I really like it. Maybe next time I go through and declutter, I will decide to get rid of it. Those two sweaters are like Christmas sweaters. They were randomly in there. So just putting keep stuff back into this second tote. Some of that was like Easter stuff. One thing I did decide to get rid of that I didn't love. I think that tote was like Joe's stuff. No, oh, it was just like bags, like a ton of bags I don't use, ever. Oh, that was also fabric that I was going to make stuff for Parker's room 3 years ago. You can see there's like a little turtle footrest that has the fabric in it. So that's a whole bin of stuff to get rid of. Again, like one purse that I do like, so empty bin, making some space. I feel like in these videos I'm just moving one thing, something from one spot to another over and over again. So moving the technology bin that's like all of Joe's stuff to pile that out of the way. So in that bin is that blanket that I was talking about that goes in the car for the winter time for emergencies. That was some decor that I used in Parker's room, but am not going to be using anymore. I should say that was in his nursery. Those are just some organizational things. I have like boots in that bin with a green top, like snow boots. I have 2 sets of snow boots and that kind of thing. Those were old like sheepskin rugs that I was given, haven't used, probably won't use. My old dirt bike helmet, which I only used once, and then Joe wanted to keep his. So I did sell my helmet on Marketplace. That was nice. And just moving all those boots kind of back out of the way. I had rain boots in there too. Just deciding like where to go from now. There's Joe popping his head up to see what I'm up to. And here I had more decor. I think it was like Easter. No, that one, maybe that one was like fall decor, stuff that I actually really love. So there's yet another empty tote. Okay, that was clearly not fall decor. Maybe, I don't know what I'm doing. This is the first time I've recorded, obviously, or done voiceover. Just basic decor. Some of it I had a hard time getting rid of, obviously. I don't even know what I'm pulling out there. Super helpful, huh? That was like a really cool wine glass or wine bottle that Joe had bought me, and I wanted to use for decor in the bathroom, and I might, so hung on to that. It's clearly very hot up in the attic. That is a frame for my college diploma, but I actually have 2 diplomas, so it just didn't work out to have that. I needed a frame that had spot for 2 diplomas. So getting rid of that. Oh, that green like baby jumper I did also sell on Marketplace. You can see it's completely in my way like this whole time. Again, moving things from one spot to another. It's like really confined in there, obviously, especially with all the junk and low ceilings. Okay, so that little fast forward, it was so hot up in the attic that the camera kept turning off. But this is what I'm getting rid of at this point, either selling or trash or donations or wherever. I go through it later to decide what I want to do with what. Yeah. It's like old blankets and stuff to get rid of. That's like a 2-tiered tray that I think I used for a while, like in our coffee bar area. Oh, I had a coffee bar in my classroom, that's right. And then we couldn't have Keurigs or microwaves or anything like that in our classroom so anymore. They had to all be in the teacher's lounge, so had no use for that. Yeah, just kind of old little trinkets and things that I just don't feel I need anymore. They were cute, I used them, loved them, but especially now my style has changed quite a bit, and having 2 little boys, a lot of it doesn't make sense. There's like really small candle holders I hardly used. Get rid of those. That was a sign that said something about like today's goal, keep the little people alive. Cute, but I don't need it. That big jar was at our wedding for people to write like notes and stuff to us, but I painted on it on the jar, so there was like no reusing it, because it said like bucket list or something like that on it, so kind of useless now for us. That it's a huge glass jar with kids, like all of these things just with kids, it doesn't make sense, and I'm not going to hang on to it long enough like until the kids are able to have that stuff around. If I want it, then I can go purchase something similar. I just had a few bags like inside of my luggage stuff. It's just like stacking one stack of totes so that you can get to the stack or the totes underneath and go through those. That was a picture from Joe and I's wedding, and he just thought it was weird to have a giant picture of us hanging in our own house. So yeah, again, my style's just changing. It's not like I used to really like coastal stuff. And the last place that we lived, above the cabinets, it was like vaulted, and so above the cabinets there was all this open, I don't know, flat space that it felt like you needed to decorate. So I bought stuff and decorated up there. Now our cabinets go to the ceiling. There's no place for decor. That bag of, it's like fall-ish, fake flowers and stuff. We have like a planter out front, and I was like rotating it with like Christmas stuff, plants, and I finally got eucalyptus ones, and it looks so good. I don't want to change it, so I'm getting rid of the things that I used to change into there. That, and I would get like behind and wouldn't put stuff up or away or switch it out in time, and it was just silly. So we just have the eucalyptus in there now. Oh, this is all of like my fall decor stuff. I absolutely love pumpkins, so moving those so that I can pick out what I don't want and do want. Like that. Cute, but cheap, and don't love it as much as I love other things. So getting rid of that. Then again, it's like those games where you have to match all the colors, but they're all mismatched. So you have to move like 3 over to the first stack and 2 over to this stack to get. Okay, so I'm pretty sure it's too hot up here. So my camera keeps shutting off. Because battery's fine, memory's fine. I think I've gone through like 6 boxes of decor, and now we're down to 3 boxes. So let me show you, guys. So this bottom one right there, that one in the back, and the one above it, that is decor to go. And then there's like a whole pile kind of here of decor stuff to go. This is part of a nightstand that I took apart and planned on painting black. Decided I wasn't ever going to, so I threw part of it away. I never threw away the last 2 parts, so those need to go. This stack here is all Joe's stuff, and then that bin right there is also Joe's stuff. So I'm not really going to touch that. There is some decor in here that I see, like Valentine's Day stuff and some Christmas stuff, I think. So that's where we are. So yeah, all that stuff is going. This is pretty much the end. I will do a part 2, maybe 3. Ooh, there's a lot to do.